Hey, what's going on, YouTube? It's another episode of Sports Picks with Big Zay. I'm going to go ahead and give you my whole MLB slate for Sunday, August 21st, 2022. I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. We got the White Sox at the Guardians. We got Dylan Cease going up against Aaron Savale. And, these two pitchers, we see some pretty solid pitches in game one. I do think Dylan Cease is a better pitcher than Aaron Savale. But I think the best bet in this game is the over 7. The White Sox shut out the Guardians last game in a 2-0 loss. The Guardians took a 2-0 loss. I think the Guardians can put up some runs here. Even though Dylan Cease has been pitching extremely well these last 3-4 games, I think he gives up at least 2 earned runs, maybe even 3 to this Guardians team. And Aaron Savale is not somebody I trust. This White Sox team. I feel like one of these teams get the over. I'm gonna go with the over 7. Next game, we got the Reds at the Pirates. We got Mike Minor going up against Zach Thompson. And, Zach Thompson done went up against his Reds team 2 times in the regular season already. And one time the Pirates won very comfortably. The other time they lost. But, both games he pitched extremely well. He got 11 innings to this Reds team with 0 earned runs. You see the Pirates yesterday was negative 120, and we had the Reds, and they cashed. And the Pirates are negative 120 today. I'm going to go ahead and take the Pirates at negative 120 today. The line never changed, That kind of weirded me out a little bit to see that the Pirates are still negative 120 like they was yesterday. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Pirates at negative 120, and that's going to be my free pick in that game. Next game, we got the Astros at the Braves. We got Jose Urquidy going up against Charlie Morton. And, even though the Astros had their offense it seemed like the offense came alive a little bit better last game against the Braves. Jose Urquidy is just not a guy I trust. Going up against Charlie Morton, who just shut out this Mets lineup, this Mets team, who OPS in the last 30 days is hitting right-hand pitching far better than the Astros is right now. So I think the best bet and the best line for this game is taking the Braves on the money line, and that's gonna be my best bet in that game. Next game, we got the Mets taking on the Phillies. We got Jose Butto going up against Kyle Gibson. And, to see the Phillies at only negative 120, that kind of scares me a little bit, when it comes to this gambling world. When it comes to the gambling world, when it's too good to be true, 9 times it is. But, Jose Butto, he's making his major league debut. Going up against a Phillies team that, as far as right-hand pitching, the Mets have just been more dominant in this series when it comes to right-handed pitching. It seems like the Phillies are more dominant when it comes to left-handed pitching. But, you see the Phillies at negative 120, just slight money dog, slight home favorites. Last time they were slight home favorites, they lost. So I'm going to take the Phillies on the money line. I'm going to take a shot and take the Phillies, even though this isn't one of my favorite bets of the day, favorite games. I'm going to still take the Phillies on the money line. Next game, we got the Blue Jays at the Yankees. We got Alek Manoah going up against Nestor Cortez. And, the Yankees got an ace on the mound, and the Blue Jays got their number 1 ace on the mound. But Alek Manoah, his past couple games against the Orioles, he has not pitched too good. They took both losses, 6-5 and 4-2 in that game. And Nestor Cortez, he's lost 3 in a row, giving up 3 earned runs in the first inning to a Tampa Bay Rays team. So in this game, I think the best bet is the over 7. They got the over and under 7.5. The Blue Jays won 5-2 yesterday. You see the Yankees have like 8, 9, 10 hits. They're starting to get their base hits going. You know what I'm saying? But I like to call it garbage base hits. We're seeing the Yankees been having a lot of garbage base hits. A lot of the teams, they've been out hitting. You look at the hits, 8 hits to 5, 9 hits to 7. They're out hitting, but, they're just garbage base hits. And garbage base hits ain't going to do nothing and is not going to really benefit you in a league like this. You need home runs, you need doubles, you need triples, you need to bring people home. So in this game, I do think the Yankees offense has been not good. They've been struggling. They've been in the slump. But, over these past few games, I see them getting more and more hits. And, the Blue Jays offense, they kind of came alive against this Yankees team. So I'm going to take the over 7. The Blue Jays OPS in the last 30 days do hit lefties a little bit better than they do right-hand pitching. And Nestor Cortez is a left-hand pitcher. I won't be surprised if he give up a few runs to this Blue Jays team. And vice versa. Alek Manoah give up a few runs to this Yankees team the same way. I'm going to take the over 7. And that's going to be my free bet in that game. Next game, we got the Angels at the Tigers. We got Shohei Ohtani going up against Eduardo Rodriguez. And, in this game, man, I'm going to take the Angels on the money line. There's been too many times this season that Shohei Ohtani's been on the mound and he's pitched lights out against some of these teams, and the Angels can still just no offense backing up. They cannot get the win. I'm going to take the Angels on this spot on the money line. We've had the Tigers both games of the series at +1.5, and both games the Tigers came to cash for us. But, I'm going to switch and go ahead and take the Angels on the money line in this game, and that's going to be my free pick in that game. Next game, we got the Royals taking on the Rays. We got Zach Greinke going up against Ryan Yarbrough. And, last time Ryan Yarbrough went up against his Royals lineup, the Rays lost 6-3. He pitched 6 innings. He gave up 3 earned runs and 2 home runs. With Zach Greinke on the mound going up against a horrible start against the Twins, I can see where you would want to back the Rays in this spot. But, something's been telling me in my gut to take the Royals +1.5. Zach Greinke isn't one of the best pitchers, especially he has not performed at a level that we have seen him perform in the past couple of years compared to this year. He's been pitching really awful this year, but I think he's good enough in this game to get the Royals close. The Royals have one outright money line against Shane McClanahan, and so I'm going to take the Royals +1.5 here. I think that's the best line and the best bet for that game. Next game, we got the Rangers at the Twins. We got Kohei Arihara going up against Joe Ryan. And in this spot, I think Joe Ryan's the far better pitcher. Kohei Arihara has only pitched 1 game, so we don't really see. But if I'm not mistaken, that was against the Athletics, and the Athletics had a field day with him. So I think the Twins gonna have a field day with him. I'm gonna take the Twins on a run line at -1.5. That's gonna be my free pick, and I think that's the best line for this game. Next game, we got the Brewers at the Cubs. We got Brandon Woodruff going up against Justin Steele. And, Brewers are not the best when it comes to left-handed pitching. OPS in the last 30 days, they're still in the bottom percentile of the league when it comes to left-handed pitching. And Justin Steele's a good left-handed pitcher. I think Justin Steele's good enough to limit this Brewers offense. I'm going to take the under in this game. We don't have no line. We don't have no lineup. If they got the under 7.5, I'm going to alternate and do under 8. If they got 8.5, I'm going to alternate and do under 9. I'm just going to take a half run more than what they say so the half run don't kill me. I'm going to take the under in the Brewers and Cubs game. Next game, we got the Giants at the Rockies. We got Jacob Junis going up against Kyle Freeland. And these past couple Jacob Junis games for the Giants, he's done pitched, a couple of them he's pitched really good, but they have just not went in the Giants' favor. And now they're going up against the Rockies team where we seen their offense come alive yesterday. We had the Giants on the money line yesterday, and sadly they did not cash. They lost in extra innings. But, they're going up against Kyle Freeland, a left-handed pitcher. And as far as left-handed pitching, Giants hit lefties really, really good. They hit lefties way better than they do right-hand pitching. And OPS in the last 30 days, Giants is top 12 in baseball when it comes to left-handed pitching. So I'm going to take a shot. I'm going to take the Giants on the money line in the Giants-Rockies game. That's one of my better games of today. I really like the Giants today. I'm probably going to take Giants in a couple parlays today. But I like the Giants in the Giants-Rockies game. Next game, we got the Mariners at Athletics. We got Luis Castillo going up against J.P. Sears. And, boy, I like this game, but then I don't. Because the Mariners, I feel like they really could have won yesterday with Chris Flexen on the mound, Ace on the mound. I feel like there was no way they lost to the Athletics, but yet they still lost to them. So, in a spot here, with Luis Castillo, his first 3 starts with the Mariners have been sensational. 2 times against the Yankees, too, and 1 time he shut out that Yankees team. Would have got a way better lineup than the Athletics. And J.P. Sears is a left-handed pitcher, and OPS in the last 30 days, the Mariners hit left-handed pitching way better than they do right-handed pitching. So I'm going to take the Mariners on a run line. I'm going to take the Mariners at -1.5. I think that's the best line and the best bet for this game. Next game, we got the Marlins at the Dodgers. We got Sandy Alcantara going up against Ryan Pepiot. And, Sandy Alcantara has been pitching lights out all season long, and I'm not going to take the Marlins on the money line. I'm not going to take the Dodgers. I'm going to take the under in this game. I'm going to take the under 8. You see, just with regular, and even the regular Marlins pitcher, they're still really good. Like Jesus Luzardo and a couple of these Marlins pitchers that's just top dogs. The Dodgers struggled against them. So I feel like if they struggled against them, they're definitely going to struggle against Sandy Alcantara. And, the Marlins got a few pieces missing out their lineup as well. And OPS in the last 30 days against right-handed pitching, they have not been the best. They're mediocre against right-handed pitching. So I think Ryan Pepiot can have a bounce back game. He just went up against a Brewers lineup who OPS is top 10 in baseball against right-handed pitching. Marlins are not top 10 against right-handed pitching. So I'm going to take the under 8. And I think that's the best line and the best bet for this game. They got the under at 7.5. I'm going to alternate it and just do under 8 in the Marlins Dodgers game. Next game, we got the Cardinals going up against the Diamondbacks. And, boy, we've been eating on the Cardinals. We done had the Cardinals for about 3-4 games in a row. But in this game, I'm going to take the under 8. The Cardinals have been scoring back to back to back. And, last time they put up them 13 runs, the next game they didn't put up as many. The Cardinals had a field day yesterday. I'm going to take the under 8 in the Cardinals and Diamondbacks game. The next game, we got the Nationals going against the Padres. And, boy, we've been having the Padres, and the Padres been letting us down against the Nationals. A couple of these MLB teams just has not been performing. There is, there shouldn't be in no world where Padres get swept by the Nationals, and, like, the Dodgers was struggling with the Marlins at the beginning of this series. And, like, even with McClanahan on the mound, the Royals still get the upset. Like, there's been a lot of crazy stuff happening in baseball these past couple days. Teams that's really supposed to win just lose. And the teams that's supposed to lose is coming up and getting big upsets. So, make sure y'all guys doing y'all studying too. But in the Nationals and Padres, Patrick Corbin against Sean Manaea, I got to take the over in this game. I did not like Sean Manea's last start against a team that simply does not hit lefties that good. But he did give up a lot of runs in that game. In the next game, speaking on the Nationals, Patrick Corbin, I had him against the Cubs, and even though he pitched okay to the Cubs do not hit left-handed pitching as nearly as they did at the beginning of the season, and he still gave up a few earned runs in that game. I think the best line and the best bet in the Nationals Padres is over 8. We done been seeing the under all series long. I think it's time for the over to cash. I'm gonna take the over in the Nationals and Padres game. And the last game of the day, we got Red Sox going up against Orioles. We got Nick Pivetta going up against Dean Kremer. And, as much as I like Nick Pivetta, I think he might be in a bad spot here. The Orioles have been banging with this Red Sox all series. I'm going to take the Orioles plus 1.5. I think Dean Kremer is good enough to keep the Orioles in this game. Nick Pivetta, he done scared me at times this season, especially when the team hits right-handed pitching. And OPS in the last 30 days, the Orioles are just crushing righties. Orioles is a really hot team right now. I'm going to take the Orioles plus 1.5, and that's going to be my free pick in that game. But, okay, YouTube, this has been Sports Picks with Big Zay. Hey, I know these past couple days the slate's been a little rough. We've been winning games, losing games, but hey, I'm going to keep my foot on Vegas' neck, and I ain't letting up, man. I'm trying to go hard all month. I'm going to look through the whole slate and put my own parlays in as well. I want y'all to know I do gambling myself. We family in the gambling world. Hey, YouTube, I appreciate all y'all, man. I really think my YouTube starting to blow up a little bit. A couple people be like, "Oh, Zay, you just got a few subscribers," but to me, that means the world, man. I love and appreciate every single one of y'all, man. Without y'all, this wouldn't be possible. And I want us to all hit together. I pray that God blesses everybody today. You feel me? I pray that all the teams come through today. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all know slow and steady win the race, baby. So don't go too big. You know what I'm saying? Spread your money across the board. Do straight bets, do parlays. Worry about your profit. It's all about profit, baby. We in it for the long run. Hey, drop y'all's picks in the comments. Give me a like. Give me a share, man. I really appreciate it. This has been Sports Picks with Big Zay. I'm out, y'all. Y'all take care.